Hey, add a character, quick aside. Spoilers for the Magnus Archives, seasons 1 through 3. So, yeah. Enjoy. Statement of Mr. Peacock regarding the eye. Statement given April 10th, 2025. Recorded by Mr. Peacock, myself. Statement begins. I suppose from the start I was doomed to be adopted by the eye. My father and mother were never officially diagnosed, but they do display symptoms of being on the autistic spectrum. It was barely a surprise when the whole litter got diagnosed. My siblings are, fortunately, far away from this life. I always had this need to learn all I could about a particular topic that caught my eye. Now, we do not see ourselves as the religious types, but I remember early in my youth, we went to church on Sundays. Dad was in choir. Neither of us thought of ourselves as men of faith, but we did see ourselves as men of music. Music is, and I say this without any irony, a universal experience of humankind, he would always say. I agree with this claim. I sincerely believe there is something wrong with you if you truly despise music. You do not have to emotionally connect to it in the way the majority of the population do. But if you have no joy for music at all, you are fundamentally not human. The things I say for my own sanity. And Dad would perform in the choir as the ring of church bells echoed throughout the room. I sat in the third row, next to Mom, holding my sleeping brother, and next to her, my sister, drawing in her little notebook. I was captivated by the harmonies of hard work paying off. My taste in music has evolved beyond church bells and choir, but there is something so inherently powerful in the toll of a heavy bell, that in the clear voices of other people that bring me to tears to this day. I love the sound of bass-heavy music. As someone who played the tuba in the high school band, it also sounds so powerful and grand, but the heavy bell feels powerful in a way that is beyond humans. And I say I am not a man of faith. I have been marked by the eye for 4 years now. I simply came across the tapes made by Mr. Sims. They were just in the attic of our new house in Oklahoma. To this day, in the middle of strong winds or a tornado warning, I would poorly belt out the state song, and the storm would feel so quiet to me as I filled myself with state pride. It was a song I memorized during the marching season of the band. The tapes were old and covered in dust, like they have been there for years. Mom said that the previous owners must have left behind some home videos. She got VHS and cassette tapes mixed up initially, but it did not matter. Dad called the previous owners, and they said they did not own any tapes. I do not know why I wanted to keep them. Maybe because I was the only one amongst my siblings who thought they were interesting. Without a visual aid to these tapes, I struggled to listen to them initially, but even still, I wanted to know more. I did not have all the tapes, and I was not smart enough to realize it should have ended at that. I was unfortunate to learn that a production company somehow got a hold of all of them at some point and just played them as if they were a horror podcast series. I enjoyed it until I realized it wasn't fiction. I decided to stop blaming myself and just focus on damage control. I am only human after all, even if that feels like more and more like a lie these days. I hear church bells. I hear them at funerals now. I only go to church for funerals. Relatives I did not know but still grieve because Dad or Mom knew them. Dad would perform at some of them. The music helped me find the grief in the air and feel with the room. There was something else in the room. A residue of fear on the deceased. Fear of the end. But also a statement, never told to anyone. Statements that I will keep to myself for the time being. I shrink up that fear every time. And now I know about cousins, great aunts, and great uncles I never met. There is a disturbing pattern. Alcohol is a common denominator in the deaths of my relatives. What I fear is that the same will happen at the funerals of family. I will learn things about them that taint my childhood with them. But I must know, and the ceaseless watcher must be sustained. Still, I am not a man of faith. Faith is not knowing. I know the face of what I reluctantly serve. I still listen to music. I still connect to music. I love the ringing of church bells despite all the reasons I have to dread them. But in my dreams, I hear them. And I hear your voice. Edwin Endicott. I don't know what spoilers will do to you, so I don't have any. I know how this ends. I've known for as long as I've been adopted. Would I be as bad as Mr. Bouchard if I withhold crucial information from you? No. Respecting your boundaries is still a noble thing to do. Although, when I dream, I see you and hear the heavy bells ring. I see you in denial and pain and fear and questions and a thread. The thread is taut, unwanted as you. I can't see where I am, you mutter as you pull at the thread, yet you dare not look up. You freeze in place and continue to look down. I look up for you. I see Mr. Sims, or perhaps an echo of his being on the other end of the thread. He is holding a door open. His back is turned to us as he stares into it. The things beyond the door are familiar but formless. I feel like the fear and the statements I consume at funerals. The heavy bells crescendo as you ask him Am I the archivist? Mr. Sims doesn't answer. Your voice shouts over the heavy bells, yet he still ignores you. The thread pulls you close, and soon you are hovering over Mr. Sims' shoulder when the bells stop echoing, and I wake up before I see the end of the stream. For all the things the eye can see, it can't see what is yet to come. The stream of mine is the present. I truly do hope you'll reach the other side of it alive.